Elon Musk calls himself a free speech absolutist, but that could be put to the test in West Asia. It is a region where authoritarian governments use the platform to track opponents and spread disinformation. So what will Musk's ownership mean for the future of Twitter in West Asia?
West Asia. It's a region where the state often controls the local media. So where do people go? To social media platforms. Millions here rely on social media for news and to express their opinions. Remember the 2011 Arab Spring protests? Twitter and Facebook played an outsized role in these protests. It was a time when online activism became mainstream. Protests were scheduled on social media, videos went viral on these platforms, and regimes were toppled on the ground. The Arab Spring is often dubbed as the Twitter or Facebook revolution. So what happens when Twitter is bought by a billionaire? One with his own ideas of free speech and ethics. Experts say Elon Musk's ownership could further aggravate Twitter's problems. Musk defines free speech as that which matches the law. But what if the law itself bans free speech?
Elon Musk's ownership of Twitter will simply aggravate the problems we see in the region. It will increase the likelihood that Twitter will be exploited as a tool of surveillance and repression. Simply because his idea of Twitter is so libertarian, his anything-goes ideology will play into the hands of authoritarian states who will just manipulate Twitter to create fake accounts and to intimidate others under the guise of free speech.
Saudi Arabia and other Gulf Arab monarchies do not tolerate dissent. They ban political parties and protests. Most of them use cybercrime laws to limit expression online. Abdullah Alaud is familiar with these consequences. He is the son of prominent Saudi Islamist preacher Salman Alauda. In 2017, he posted something on Twitter. The tweet urged Qatar and Saudi Arabia to end a diplomatic row. Hours later, he was arrested from his home.
Twitter should be harder to infiltrate because we remember that case of Ali Al-Zabara, Buammo, the cases where even the FBI investigated and then persecuted people because actually the FBI prosecuted people because they were planted as spies for the Saudi government and to share information and data of users that were later arrested in Saudi Arabia. So this is like a huge violation, and Twitter should take it seriously.
Musk's ownership could mean problems for social media users here, especially the new changes that he wants to bring in. One of them is to authenticate all human accounts of Twitter. This is detrimental for thousands of activists. Most of them use Twitter anonymously. Some believe Musk's ownership could even mean more crackdown, that his policies could play into the hands of authoritarian states. So if anonymous accounts are removed, this could be the end of pro-democracy events here. West Asia Bureau, WION, World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.